I would like to invite Mr. Sharad Verma, ED, Head Area North Concord, to please come and share his input on the same topic. Please have some applause, gentlemen.
First of all, I must thank Ms. Bachchan and Metalogic for organizing this conference, which is absolutely and critically relevant for us. And all the esteemed guests sitting on the dais and members of the industry and trade, good morning to all of you. Logistics, of course, it can have a definition, but very simply, logistics is what? Supply of a material from the one place to the manufacturing plant and then distribution of the finished product. This is what logistics is for all of us. And particularly that metal and mineral sector, it has a lot of challenge, and it has been facing challenges particularly because the demands have shown an increase because of a growth in the middle class sector, and of course in our constant endeavor to take the economy to the third highest in the world. So we need to have our product which are globally competitive, and for that the logistics, as it was said during the initial part of this inaugural session, that the logistics cost for us is 10 to 12%. And let me tell you that 1% reduction can have a benefit and road networks for transportation and handling of various commodities, including finished steel and finished aluminum. Of course, we have a constraint. We are a part of Indian Railways, but we have a constraint that not all commodities can be moved in containers. And as Ms. Bachchan asked some quiz, or some constraint, she asked about the constraints in the field of logistics. The basic constraint in logistics that you have to have an arrangement where you get both way movement of the flats, wagon flats, or the containers. This is number one, because at present we have customized wagons. They go all the way from one place to a distance of 1500 to 2000 kilometers and then coming empty. So this has got a cost, and this gets added to our present logistic cost. And number two, that containerization, level of containerization in India is still in a very nascent stage, hardly 30 to 35%. Whereas in developed countries, it is to the tune of 60 to 65%. So this is one area. These are the two areas that we have to innovate. We have to think that what is the best way to utilize our stock. That is wagon flats, which are transporting the cargo, and if it gets containerized. And containerization helps in the sense that once the cargo gets containerized, it reduces multiple handling. This is number one. And as Concor, we are pursuing our customers and helping our customers to use them as warehouses. So this is also reducing your warehouse costing. India's logistic network for metals and minerals is vast and faces challenges like capacity gaps, congestion, and inefficiencies. Let me share some proactive initiative from the government, like launch of new logistics policy, Gati Shakti policy for development of new MMLPs along the railway network, improving railway infrastructure by way of doubling and electrification. And of course, there is a development of dedicated freight corridor, our port, which is catering to almost, I would say, 40 to 45% of the requirement, export and import from northern and NCR region. So with the coming of DFC, we have been able to do the double stacking. Double stacking helps to ensure faster evacuation from the port. This is number one, and brings down the logistics cost. Third, that it helps better predictability, that now we can tell our customers that his consignment will be arriving by this time. So that predictability, you all will appreciate that predictability itself in the logistics business helps a lot, and it means a lot. Because this is how you are able to manage your stock, manage your inventory. And if you have to be competitive, this becomes very important. And for port connectivity and infrastructure development, that Bharat Sagarmala project is there. For development of road infrastructure, that Bharatmala project. So government has already taken sufficient and adequate initiative, I would say, and which will lead us to the right path of growth. We are having a robust multimodal logistic facility available with us. We are spread across 66 locations, spread across the country, and we have our own flats which can carry containers. We have our own inventory of containers which are moving in the domestic streams. We have got our own equipments for handling of containers, which are called reach stackers. We have got shunting locomotives for transferring of load from railway yard to our terminals. We have also got forklifts which can handle 35-ton cargo. So these are the things we already have. And apart from that, we are equally concerned about the sustainability of the logistics, which everyone is talking about. So in this direction, Concor already has got a fleet of 100 LNG trucks. Apart from that, we are 200 more in the pipeline, number one. And number two, that 95% of our movement is by rail. So we all know that rail, as compared to road, is a better and more energy efficient and less carbon emission mode of transportation. We are equally concerned in the development of modernization of and adoption of new technology. We have got, you know that once the cargo reaches you, or if you have to, the cargo has to come to your place, that first and last mile connectivity. This is our another constraint, that we do not have a robust first and last mile connectivity arrangement. For that, we have got a mobile app through which the customer can get the best quote available. We have got our empaneled vendors, and the customer just places his requirement and he gets the best quote. So this is how we have been able to provide, number one, reliability, predictability, and the best rates to our customers. We have got our AI-powered terminal management system, where we have got 4 modules. One is handling, rail handling. Another is that stacking area. Third is road, and fourth is warehousing. And this is how we are able to get that things done. It has, number one, it has helped in reducing the times, because there used to be a congestion when the vehicles used to come inside the terminal, and there was a huge line of vehicles. So it has got reduced. Earlier it used to take 15 to 20 minutes. Now it has started taking 2 to 3 minutes. Our rail handling, which used to take 5 to 6 hours, it is getting completed in 3 hours. The monitoring of warehousing. The system itself provides us the best place, that what is the place vacant, and when the cargo is going to be cleared from that. And once the cargo gets cleared, it immediately shows it as the space available. So this is how we are adopting that modern technology, which is AI based. Apart from that, we have arrangement of a container tracking system, where the customer can have information about the status of his containers, either on rail or inside our terminal. Apart from that, we are also going for development of warehousing space. We already have a warehousing space of close to 5 million square feet. Considering the fact that somebody mentioned that with the growth of e-marketing, and as I said that the growth of middle class, requirement of warehousing has become a necessity. And particularly the warehouses which are automated and which are having the state-of-art facilities. So we are already entering into such arrangements with private players also, so that they are able to not just able to store their cargo, and it gives them a complete solution that their cargo comes from port or anywhere, gets stuffed in, gets unloaded in the warehouse, and from the warehouse, as per their requirement, it gets delivered to the consumption center. We are also coming up with development of new MMLPs, particularly in the area, in the state of Punjab, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, which are the locations closer to industrial clusters. So that the biggest constraint today is that the industrial clusters and the terminals or the cargo where it is getting handled, there is a distance. Say if the distance is the tune of 100 kilometers to 120, the last or first mile logistics becomes very costly. And this has made us think in a manner where we are going closer to the customer, which will bring down again the logistics cost. So from our side, Concor, it's a PSU, is going all out to capitalize on the government initiative and with the support of our industry and trade partners and friends, and of course use of modern technologies and our untiring effort to give a very efficient, sustainable and reliable logistics solution to the nation as a whole. Thank you.
We will have a quick Q&A, 3 to 4 questions only, and after that we will have a quiz. So please raise your hand if you have any question.
What is the quiz question? No, that's my question. What is the quiz question?
Quiz question will be displayed on the screen.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, please raise your hands if you have any question from our panel members. If not, yeah.
We have been hearing about so many developments. Of course, these are all modern technologies. But in the rail movement of iron ore and pellets, we are facing a massive problem. And I don't think any of our esteemed panelists discussed that. Railways came up with a GPWIS scheme. I don't know how successful it is. So anybody can comment. These are all very good for seminar presentations, 4.0 and all. But what is happening on the railways front? The steel industry is really suffering very badly. Iron ore movement, pellet movement. Anybody can throw some light at least. Is there a ray of hope or not?
But Nagar Sahab, I'll take this question not because I have an answer, but I share your problems. So issue here is, why steel industry? Why just iron ore and pellets? Coal, cement, clinker. Every industry is today facing problems on railway front. And yes, the government has come out with policies, particularly the GPWS which you mentioned, which was in a way, we are one of the first people who logged on to it. We are very proud to be there, but the problem is, I was trying to be not negative about it, but there are times when people have to be factual. The policy making has been a clear case of 2 steps front and 3 steps back. So what has happened is this wonderful policy of GPWS which came in was welcomed very much by the industry. People have taken about close to estimates about 500 licenses, of which 300 trains are already on flying. But the irony or the problem is, all of it has now got congested within 2 railway zones. As a result of which, the private rakes are actually, if I can use the word of the Indian Railways, interfering with their work. It's harming them more than it's harming, it's actually serving. So what has happened? There's something called a moratorium which has come up. Now, there are no further licenses. So, ये problem है, इसका solution we could not say because I don't have a solution. The solution lies in people like you and me trying to continuously convince the powers that be that we need to, look at our policies afresh. We should also, but there's a learning that you cannot announce policies without being prepared for it. Now, if the same GPWS rakes had been, inducted, say, distributed over 10 divisions, then I don't think we'd had this problem. But the demand, as you know, is in Orissa, Eastern India primarily. And therefore, this East Coast region, East Coast Railways and Southeastern Railways, they are the people who have faced the brunt in a way. So I can choose to be critical, I can choose to be thankful. So there are equal reasons to be both critical and thankful. Thankful that yes, this policy has started, but critical is that there is some scope to be done that we can, strengthen our systems. And so इसमें कहानी तो बहुत लंबी चली. बट इसकी एक दूसरे पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से देखेंगे तो जिनके पास लाइसेंसेस है और आपके बगल में बैठे हैं साहब, so they have also used it as a wonderful opportunity, as you said, premiums. Yeah, that's how it is. Business में किसी की जीत तो this is a zero sum game. Sorry.
Just to supplement his answer, actually in developed countries, they plan about 1.5 months to 2 months in advance the shipment required and the wagon requirement. And that's how the railways are able to plan. Otherwise, it is very difficult for railways. So this advanced planning is very important. So the preparedness and advanced planning and forecasting. Forecasting is the key for bulk material movement. That's what I understood.
Yeah. One last question, if you permit. Okay. I think very nice points which have come up on both domestic, national and international level. When we are talking about modern logistics or logistics in the modern times, either way, one point comes up is how green is the transportation. Now, whatever we may say, while there is a thrust by the Government Ministry of Steel as to find ways and means to produce green steel, and there is a thrust on it, I think transportation of the goods inwards and outwards is, I think, 4 times the actual quantity. And therefore, it has a very, very high impact on the greenness of the product that is being produced. Is there any policy? I was a member of many of the committees in the green steel. I don't think any of the committees covered this point. This would be an area where perhaps has to be brought to the right authorities as to how to cover it and what is being thought of by the logistic owners today on this issue.
As I was mentioning, in advanced countries, what they think is this transportation, logistics, as well as the plants are not separate. They are one family, like brother, sister, parent, like that. So that way, they interact with each other and tell their problems, meet once in a quarter, once in 2 months, like that, so that they have a common forum where they tell their issues, and also the transportation people can tell their issues. So that way there could be, in addition to the legislation and the government rules, this kind of interaction between as a one family. So because there is a saying, blame brings nothing. Solving only helps. So the moment you think that he is not doing, the project is a failure. Any project, any activity in the world is like a project. So project is always a teamwork. So if you understand that railways is also in our team, road transport is also our team, government is also our team. So possibly make a kind of a common forum and express for that, for which only this meteorologic like institutions are there. So this is a good point what you told, but I think I'm sure Monica madam will definitely take it into account. But you understand, from this conference onwards, we should always think we are one team. So no question of it. Because the moment you blame, so it is, then the success won't come. Okay, the blaming, I was taught in British Steel. Yeah, yeah, no, even, yeah. There is a way to solve it by discussion. That's what I'm not telling you and blame. So we have to amicably solve it by discussing, because you know your problem better. You know, unless you discuss, whatever you give in writing also won't be understood.
Yeah, I think.
So I think we should conclude the session, and as per a report by McKinsey Global Institute, if we can improve the efficiency of India's logistics sector, it can boost up the GDP up to 8.4%. And today we are discussing the same. Yes, we are throwing some highlights. So let's move on. So we mentioned a quiz in the earlier session. So I think I should start with it. Please raise your hand if you know the answer, because I can see everyone here. When was Indian National Logistic Policy unveiled? Oh my God. Yes? 1, 2, 3. All of you 3 can come here, please.
So please come ahead.
So please come.
5 people. Only 5 people we will take it for the first question.
We need 2 more if you have any. Yes, sir. Please come.
And no Google.
Yeah, they raise
So
their hand.
right from three people we can answer.
Yes, sir. What's the answer? 17 September 2022. I agree. At Vigyan Bhavan. Okay, at Vigyan Bhavan, Modi ji's birthday. Okay. Okay. I think that we got the best participants today. Can we have a big round of applause for all? Please, please, please don't go. Please don't leave. Please don't leave. We have a gift. Yeah. I request Ms. Monica Bachchan to please do the honor. So please come and join us on the stage. Happy Diwali to all of you in advance. And this is a small hamper. So let's come on to the next question. What is the average logistic cost? Okay. Thank God I have not completed the question. Otherwise, they would have been searched on the internet. Okay. So thank you so much for the session. It was wonderful, insightful. Can we have a big round of applause for all these speakers? They were amazing throughout the time. And it's time for a group picture together so that we can conclude the session. First we can have a group picture, then we have mementos. And now I request Ms. Bachchan to please present the memento to Mr. Yatendra Pal Suri, Consultant Chemtech Foundation. Thank you so much, sir, for being the wonderful leader and speaker for today's session. Now I request Ms. Bachchan to please present the memento to Mr. J. Rajagopalan, MD Bestmill South Asia. I request Ms. Bachchan to present the memento to Mr. Dinesh Shastri, Managing Director, TM International Logistics Limited. Last but not the least, Mr. Sharad Verma, ED, Head Area North, Concor. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for the wonderful and insightful session. So now we have set the tone and the context for today's discussion, and I think we are going really well for today. And now going ahead towards our session first, which is factory logistic for material handling and role of automation and digitalization. For the session, I request Mr. Pankaj Tripathi, General Manager and Regional Operations Manager at CMO SAIL, to please come on the stage and join us. Can we have a big round of applause for him? Along with him, I request Mr. Automation, Pesmel OY. Mr. P.K. Agarwal, Founder and CEO, PPS International. Mr. Gaurav Verma, DGM, Business Development and Branch Head, MN Dastur. So the discussion points would be automated material handling system, how we can implement the automation conveyor system, robotic arms, and how they are beneficial for us. Along with it, just-in-time JIT inventory, deployment of forklifts, pallet jacks, and overhead cranes for the internal movement of heavy material like steel, aluminium, and other metals. Along with it, technology integration and automation for sure. So over to you, all of you, gentlemen. Hanji. So I think we all are set. People who were outside, they are already in. Now I request Mr. Pankaj Tripathi, General Manager and Regional Operation Manager at CMO SAIL, to please begin with the session.
Start the video. Good morning, all. We'll start. Yeah, good morning all. As we saw the small clip, I am Pankaj Tripathi, Regional Operations Manager heading the Northern Region Logistics Department at Central Marketing Organization SAIL, New Delhi. SAIL, as you all know, is a behemoth and the leading player in the industry, in the steel industry. And in this presentation, we'll give you the salient features of how we are handling the huge volume of steel which are produced at different steel plants of the country, and then they are sent to different warehouses for onward distribution to our all strategically important customers who are giving their bid for the national importance projects of strategic importance and national importance. It's an overview of SAIL. SAIL is a leading steel manufacturer in India, manufacturing more than 18 million tons of saleable steel materials annually through its integrated steel plants. SAIL's marketing unit CMO has a robust network of 35 state-of-art warehouses. These are the total pan-India network warehouses which we are speaking about, spread across the country. These warehouses are equipped with advanced handling equipment and they manage over 7 million tons of steel annually through an efficient road transportation system, utilizing the best fleets available at the moment in the country. And the marketing services group, primarily this is the group which takes care of the entire handling of steel material, right from they are dispatched from the steel plants to our warehouses spread across the country. We maintain a comprehensive network of 20 departmental yards and 15 consignment yards. We oversee the receipt, storage and delivery of materials at SAIL warehouses, ensuring that the materials are handled without damage. We organize transportation of materials by road from plants and warehouses. Decoiling of TMT, this is an important part. Decoiling of TMT coils received from plants at warehouse facilities at 14 locations, pan-India, primarily 8, 10 and 12 mm TMT coils. Then we process semi-finished products into finished goods according to market demands at the facilities of, we have conversion and wet leasing agents spread across the country, at 13 locations across the country. Then we finalize all service contracts associated with these activities, like the handling contract, the surface maintenance contract, the decoiling contracts in all warehouses. And we are responsible for all legal and IT activities in SAIL marketing setup. This is an overview of the SAIL CMO warehouse network. We have 35 warehouses and the total workforce is above 1500, which is working presently in these 35 warehouses. We have over 100 freight partners, and with a handling volume of almost 6.8 million tons of steel, which we handled in the last year, 2023-24. We are contributing to almost 43% through the warehouse network to the total sales volume. We are facilitating almost 2.15 million tons of movement by road. That is 13% of the total sales being done by Steel Authority of India Limited. There are 13 decoiling centers and 13 conversion wet leasing agents, as I have previously told. And the in-house equipment facility, this is an important criteria. May kindly note, the in-house equipment facility, there are 21 EOT and 14 RTG cranes which we have in our warehouses. The total land holding of 570.58 acres is the total land we hold in form of the warehouses. Then there are total of 206 security cameras deployed, which you all know is a very critical requirement these days for all the warehouse security, the material which is there in the warehouses. And we have 15 ISO 14001 certified warehouses amongst all these 35 warehouses. And in the next step, we are planning to go for certification of all the warehouses in the country. Now, this is an overview of the SAIL CMO warehouse network. As I told, there are 20 departmental warehouses, 15 consignment agency yards, 13 conversion and wet leasing agents, and 14 decoiling operations. This gives you an overview, indication as to how we have handled steel in million tons over the years, starting from 2018-19 to 2024-25. We have reached almost 7 million tons. In this year, it's estimated to be 7 million tons. In 2023-24, we finished at 6.8 million tons. Now, as the previous speakers and the esteemed panelists were speaking about automation in the industry, SAIL is a pioneer in coming up with automation in the industry, which is a basic need of the hour. And these are certain steps which are highlighted, the automation steps taken in Steel Authority of India. The first one is material handling equipment. We have RTG cranes. The MyJack USA-made cranes utilize a magnetic system to handle all types of steel material in the major warehouses of SAIL. In the northern region, I can very proudly say Ghaziabad, Faridabad, these are the warehouses which are equipped with state-of-art equipment, and we handle huge volumes of material including HR coil and PM plates. These cranes are automated and can be controlled with a single system in both static and dynamic states. Next are the EOT cranes. These are capable of handling consignments received in railway wagons and trucks, trailers. These cranes operate efficiently inside the covered shed or gantries. We are basically handling HR coils, CR coils and PM plates also with magnets in EOT cranes in the major departmental warehouses of Steel Authority. These cranes are now being upgraded to use C-hooks and magnetic chucks to handle all types of materials. Then we have tire-mounted mobile cranes. This is also an important equipment in most of our warehouses. These cranes provide flexibility in operations, allowing for the handling of steel material in every nook and corner of the warehouse with a 360-degree rotation capability. In fact, this is a very vital instrument as most of the warehouses are quite spread out, and each warehouse is handling, major warehouses are handling approximately 60 to 70,000 tons per month. Then we have GPS-enabled flatbed trailers. These are used for intra-warehouse movement, and these trailers transport steel material in designated ways along with a predetermined path. The benefits of these systems are increased handling efficiency, damage-free handling and reduced manual handling risks, improved safety standards through mechanization and automation. This is a depiction of the RTG crane in our warehouses. The way, as you can see, it's handling, it's loading HR coil using a C-hook. This is an EOT crane inside our covered sheds in most of our departmental warehouses, used for loading primarily HR coil and CR coils. This is that 360-degree mobile crane. This is also using loading HR coils in bigger yards. Now coming to the most important step, which almost everybody is aware and most of the people are taking it in their warehouses, the Industry 4.0 initiatives. This is the QR code, use of QR code in proper identification and delivery of items from the warehouses, right from the time it is getting dispatched from our manufacturing units like Bokaro, Rourkela, Bhilai. Now, these are the details of automated material handling systems which we have taken as per the digital initiatives in our warehouses. The first one is vehicle entry and exit systems. The vehicle entry and exit system is fully automated with boom barriers, allowing for the seamless movement of vehicles through the ANPR. Now, this is a game changer. ANPR are automatic number plate recognition cameras, and these are integrated with system on real-time basis. There is no human interface required. There is no vehicle entering in all of our yards without the boom barriers. No vehicle enters manually. Gate with boom barrier opens only when the entry or exit of a vehicle is authorized by the system, eliminating the need for human intervention. The system captures and stores images of vehicles with their loads as they leave the warehouse on the server. Now, the advantages of this system is it's a fully automated entry-exit system which announces the warehouse security and prevents unauthorized deliveries, entry or exit. Now, the enhanced security is supported by state-of-art CCTV surveillance, which is spread across the warehouses. The CCTV cameras are at various strategic locations, including the entry and exit point, the railway gates, and these features night vision, that PTZ cameras, pan, tilt and zoom cameras, footage backup and real-time access for authorized personnel. In fact, most of our warehouse personnel after the warehouse hours also can see the CCTV backup, the CCTV feed on their mobile cameras. Fully automated advanced weighbridge system. Now, this is an advanced weighbridge system which we have installed in most of our warehouses, departmental warehouses. The unmanned weighbridge system. All warehouses are equipped with an automatic weighing system that operates through ANPR cameras, requiring no human interface. SAIL is the first to implement this fully unmanned system, which is integrated for real-time data capture, eliminating the need for any human personnel. The system captures photographs of materials loaded on vehicles at the time of weighment and sends them to a central server. The main advantages of this are it provides accurate weighing of incoming and outgoing material. Now, the digitization of SAIL warehouses. As you can see, there is a mobile app given to all the loading supervisors where he has the details of the material to be loaded based on the loading slip of the material, the vehicle coming in with the loading slip. The loading supervisor is guided to the material. He loads after confirmation in the app. The vehicle arrives at the weighbridge gate. The camera opens, the ANPR camera opens after matching the vehicle number with the loading slip. And then on acceptance of the loaded weight, the weight gets recorded in the system for invoice generation, and finally the invoice is generated. Now this system is being followed in most of departmental warehouses. Just-in-time inventory systems. Now this is the primary requirement of most of the steel producers in the country, especially who are handling higher and larger volumes. Now just-in-time inventory management aligns inventory levels with customer demand, minimizing waste and storage costs. The system takes into account the consumption patterns of major customers, allowing materials to be requisitioned in line with just-in-time principles. Now the huge inventory cost necessitates this kind of a system to be incorporated in all the yards. It utilizes real-time data and market predictions to accurately forecast demand. Now this system accomplishes steel materials are produced at various plants based on confirmed customer orders. Products are dispatched directly via wagons or road transportation to customer premises in direct dispatch or to the warehouses for onward deliveries. An efficient and robust order management system through SAP helps in maintaining optimum inventory levels at warehouses based on customer demands, consumption pattern, so that materials are kept ready on the shelf. This helps to cater to the requirements of small customers and project or retail customers or actual OEMs who want the materials in smaller tonnages but throughout the month. Now, storage and tracking of steel materials, which is an important part of the day-to-day working in any warehouse. Steel materials are stored in pre-designed bays featuring geofencing technology. Initially, now this is being implemented initially at our Kolkata and Bangalore warehouses. This system ensures organized management and easy traceability of the material. Real-time tracking through SAP enhances visibility and oversight. Additionally, the integration of Bharat QR codes with our SAP system enables accurate identification and complete tracking of material movement, eliminating the risk of incorrect deliveries, and it gives real-time tracking of materials to the customers. The next system explains as to how we are tracking the material. The system is called Integrated Vehicle Tracking System, IVTS. This is a SIM-based tracking system, the mobile SIM-based tracking system, which helps in tracking of trucks and trailer movements, right from the moment they are dispatched from our warehouses to various customer premises. It's a live location tracking until delivery at the customer sites, enhanced accountability and transparency throughout the delivery process, online receipt of proof of delivery from customers. This is a very important criteria, as the material has been received by the customer and he gives the proof of receipt, facilitating faster processing of transportation bills. Okay. Customers can also track vehicles and receive real-time status updates. Now, as I have already explained, we have more than 100 of the India's top fleet owners, all IBA registered, who are our logistic partners. And in 2023-24, we have done about 8 lakh tons of door deliveries. These are the pictures of some recent developments that have taken place. Liberalized Special Freight Train Operators Scheme, that is LSFTO. These are details of integrated vehicle system, which I already told you. The QR code, the dynamic QR code, how we are operating in our system. This is in detail, we have explained as to how the automation strategy works. The efforts which we are taking to augment security at SAIL warehouses. As you can see, the CCTV with nighttime vision is incorporated in all the warehouses of SAIL. The training and awareness, the safety, the most important benchmark of any good working warehouse, safety. A safety talk, safety pledge, safety training and distribution of safety VEER awards. Various schemes have been implemented in SAIL warehouses to have a safe working. These are the details of technology integration, which I have already told you. The way forward. And the way forward for SAIL to augment capability for handling 16 million tons, approximately 45% of 35 million tons of steel that will be produced by 2030. To create an end-to-end connected logistics systems is a challenge, and we all are working towards it. These are certain new services which we have introduced. The model warehouses with value addition through service kiosks, where the customers can do most of the jobs themselves. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. And now I request Mr. P.K. Agarwal, founder and CEO, PBS International, to please come on the dais and share his insights and inputs on the same.
Very good morning to everybody, my session colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. My name is P.K. Agarwal and I'm the founder and CEO of a company called PPS International. We are a Greater Noida based company. We are into manufacturing of very specialized equipments required in railway industry. I am into railway business for almost 35 years. So we have only one customer called Indian Railways. This is the first time for me to come and present my equipment which can be used for the logistics in this kind of industry, and thanks to Monica Bachchan to invite me for this session. So I just start some presentation, and in the previous session and in the inaugural session we discussed about the logistic cost, how we can reduce the logistic cost because it is already in the 2-digit form at the moment. So what we have done is we are basically making the import substitutes, developing new ideas from our experience. So we have developed many equipments, and so far we have developed more than 50 import substitutes, and this is one of the items which is changing the complete game changer for the logistic requirements. When we talk about the maximum material transported by railways, we have never identified where is the bottleneck. I would like to explain you before I start my presentation, what are the bottlenecks presently every company is facing. Railway is giving you the rakes, and the rakes are coming on the electric locomotive up to the main line, and after that it is the responsibility of the logistic companies or the companies who are, who wants to transport their material to take that rake for their up to their loading point through a diesel locomotive. There you need to change the locomotive from electric to diesel, move the train to the loading point, again you take the train back to the main line by your own diesel locomotive, and then again electric locomotive would be changed, and then it will be taken on the main line. So how much time we are wasting on changing the locomotive from electric to diesel and again diesel to electric. So the idea came to our mind, can't we make the complete electrification of that particular line so that the train directly comes from the main line to the loading point, and then the issue would be what? There would be OHE on top of it. So how to load? So we have moved the OHE in less than 1 minute. So this is the innovation what we have done for the first time in the country, and this equipment is already in use in railways, but many people, they are not aware because we are not in a position to market so efficiently. So I would like to present certain videos, animated videos, how our concept is working. So let me start on this presentation. So this is the equipment what I am talking about. Normally the OHE is with the flexible wire, but on the loading point, the main problem comes how to cross the electric locomotive without the OHE wire. So what we have done is we have made a rigid catenary for certain section which can vary depending upon the loading. There are two types of loading. One is like the cold loading under silo, where you require to move the train only for, let's say, 40 meters to cross from under the silo. That means when you are loading the coal, you require train to move at a very slow speed. It means the train loading, rake loading is on the moving condition. Second situation comes when you want to load, let's say, container. That means you have to keep the train in the standing position, and you need a complete OHE of around 600-700 meters to load the entire train. So we have both the solution. Third position comes when you have, let's say, oversized containers and you need to pass on through the level crossing. There, this height of the OHE is 5.8 meters, but your container size is more than that. So how to move that? So we have even designed there where you can raise the OHE up to 5 to 6 meters, and then you can let your ODC pass through the LC, and this operation takes less than 5 minutes. Otherwise, for many days, people have to wait. Their trucks are waiting at the level crossing before, railway is removing their OHE for a couple of hours and then letting your truck to pass, and again they bring it back. So this is the equipment called RRCS, Retractable Rigid OHE System. How it works, that will be shown in the video. So RDSO has already made some kind of, a draft specification, what we call as the instructions, how it should work under different conditions. So there is a document from RDSO. We have already, developed this complete system, got the type tested from the CPRI, already approved by railways. It's working in Northern Railways, so Northern Railway Chief Engineer has already approved the system. So let us take one example of DFCC. How the system is working in the DFCC at the moment, and what will happen if we change this to our equipment. So these are the different application areas which I explained already. So first of all, I would like to explain what are the benefits of this equipment. What are the operational benefits? It means, first of all, you are using directly electric locomotive, so no need to use any diesel locomotive. So that means you are saving huge on the diesel locomotive. I will also give you a calculation how much you would save on one locomotive of diesel. Diesel locomotive, how much expenses you are doing every year, that I would also show you after the presentation. Then minimize the rake loading time. Presently you are getting only 3 hours. But I think there is hardly any company who is loading their train, the complete rake in 3 hours. They are definitely paying at least 1 to 2 hours as a demurrage charges. That also I will explain. Then improves wagon turnaround time. In the previous session it was discussed what are the inefficiencies. Means you are not getting the rakes in time. Improve the efficiency by turning out faster. Then very difficult to get the spares of the diesel locomotive. As everybody knows, diesel locomotives has been phased out from Indian Railways. New loco production is already stopped. So all the locomotives, they are working only by the cannibalization of the spares part from the other locomotives, because all the companies who were involved in manufacturing these spares, they have already stopped the manufacturing of those components. Then shunting time, you are reducing at least 30 minutes of shunting time by changing the loco from electric to diesel and diesel to electric. Then zero carbon emission. When you are not using any more diesel locomotive, obviously you are also contributing to the non-polluting areas. And then there are many features like this. I will go a little bit faster. So first of all, let us talk about the diesel expenses. I think many of you must be knowing that diesel locomotives are never switched off. Even if it is not used, it is always running in the on condition. When it is in the on condition, it is taking about 30 liters of diesel every hour. And when the loco is moving, that time it takes about 530 liters per hour. So this is the diesel consumption on one locomotive. Then manpower cost, maintenance expenses, and the fixed expenses like demurrage charges. So this is a small calculation for suppose a loco is used for 4 hours in a day. That means 20 hours is the idle condition. So 20 hours, 30 liters per hour, around 600 liters, 2000 liters around for 4 hours working. That makes about 3000 liters of diesel every day. And an average price of 90 rupees. The diesel cost per month is about 68.85 lakhs, and in a year you are spending about 9.4 crore only on each diesel locomotive, only on diesel. Then the maintenance expenses, approximately 1.1 crore per year. Then the salary of the drivers and the assistant driver, which comes about 75 lakhs a year. And these are very conservative figures. So when we talk about, if we have, let's say, diesel loco costing, so roughly about 10 to 12 crores in a year, we are spending only on diesel locomotive per year. If somebody is having 4 or 5 locomotives, you can imagine how much expenses you are doing only in the diesel locomotive maintenance. So these are demurrage charges. Railway is charging 150 rupees per hour per wagon. In case if the train is, rake is stopped for another 2 hours, you can imagine how much expenses on the demurrage alone. So this is our company profile. We are ISO 9000 and IRIS certified company. We have got 3 world-class factories in Greater Noida, more than 500 employees. Oh, where is the video? वीडियो नंबर इसमें अच्छा ओके ये यहाँ पे लिखी है ना हाँ बड़ा दे दीजिए When we provide this equipment, directly train is going on the loading area with the electric locomotive. We are switching off the power and retracting to the side. So this was one application. Same thing we can do it for the ports. Now this is another application for the coal loading, where the train is moving at a very slow speed and one by one all the wagons are being filled. So this is all about this equipment which we have developed 100% in India. One thing I would like to tell you, that railway is giving only the rakes and their locomotives. But rest of the things has to be organized by the manufacturer or the loading point or the terminal owners itself. So their investment, return on investment is less than 4 to 5 months. This is our guarantee, and this improves the efficiency like anything, because the operation of the whole equipment takes less than 1 minute. I have already distributed the catalogs in one of the back, and as we are in the festive season, there is a beautiful gift inside, which is a souvenir called Hanumanji Ka Gada, and that I would like everybody to carry with them. And if anybody is traveling with the hand luggage, please do not carry in the hand luggage, otherwise security will take it away. So better to put it in the checked in baggage. Thank you very much. Any question? You are most welcome.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.